It's the first part of the year. I think we're like 3 or 4 days into the year. This is the last nice day that we're gonna have for a while. It's supposed to get really, really cold and it's gonna be rainy most of the weekend. So I'm taking advantage of this beautiful sunshine to do a little gardening. Hey y'all, welcome back to Clumsy Dog. If you're new around here, I'm Samantha. We're here on a small homestead just trying to make things work. The first thing I normally plant every year is going to be the brassicas, and that's because they like to grow in cooler weather anyway. They'll grow for about the next 6 to 8 weeks, and around the beginning of March, I'll be able to put them in the ground, and they're going to love the weather. I think I've mentioned in previous videos that I've kind of gone to more of a low-carb lifestyle, and recently Jake has been joining me on that journey. So I think this year we're not going to plant as many things like potatoes and sweet potatoes, things like that. We are going to focus mainly on lower carb vegetables. I want to do radishes. Radishes actually make a really good potato substitute when you boil them. They're not so good fried. I tried that and I didn't like it. But for today, I'm just going to start with broccoli. I know we want a lot of broccoli. We've been eating so much broccoli, and I would like to not have to buy nearly as much of it at the store next year. So that's what we're going to do today. I have some dirt from last year's plants that didn't quite get planted or died or whatever. For whatever reason, I still had soil in cups. One of the things I want to do this year is I want to be super intentional about not planting too much. Last year I overplanted, and it honestly became a chore just to keep up with the seedlings, and by the time we got it in the garden, I didn't even want to look at it anymore. So this year I'm going to take some steps to minimize that. The other thing that I'm going to do this year to save my sanity is, instead of planting in blocks or like trays or whatever and then transplanting, potting up 2 to 3 times, I'm just going to start with the bigger containers. It's going to take up more room in the beginning, but I think it's really going to save my sanity and keep me more motivated to garden if I'm not constantly having to babysit my plants. So to this recycled dirt, because it is a little used up here, I'm going to add some peat moss, and I try to go easy on the peat moss. Normally when I make my seed starting mix, I use mostly coconut coir. But for something like this, I'm going to add just a little bit of peat moss. This bag has actually lasted me, I think, 2 seasons now. So I'm not worried too much about my environmental impact on this. The peat moss is going to help with moisture, and it's nice and light and airy. There's no big chunks in just pure peat moss, so that's going to help our little seeds. It's gonna make it easier for them to grow. I'm also going to add some more perlite to help aerate the soil. It tends to get a little compacted if you don't have something like the perlite in it. So we're just going to add, I don't know, probably a couple of handfuls.
There's a spider.
Where's a spider?
There.
Oh, that is a spider. There is a tiny little spider in there. Mr. Spider, you're going to have to find somewhere else to live, sir. I don't think we have any little shovels or anything over here, Georgia.
I can use my hands.
You're gonna use your hands? Let me push your sleeves up just a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna mix all that in. We'll do it like this. Alright, so I'm gonna also pre-wet my soil. So I'm gonna mix in
I can help
just
you
a little bit. Okay, you gonna help me mix it in?
Yeah.
Because we don't want it to be soggy, but we want it to be nice and damp for our little seeds. But this soil was really dry, so probably will need most of it. Alright, so that's pretty good. It's you can squeeze a little bit of moisture out of it, but it's not soggy, if that makes sense. It's just good and damp. And I'm even gonna add just a little bit more. Just a little more. So there's a few different ways that you can do this. Last year, pretty much everything I did, I made soil blocks and planted 1 little seed per soil block, but then I had to up pot it, and I wound up doing this 2 to 3 times per plant. Soil blocks are definitely a really space efficient way to start a bunch of seeds. but you are still going to be faced with up-potting them later. So this year we've got plenty of lights. We wound up investing in a lot of lights last year, so I've got plenty of light space. So how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna use solo cups. And I've just poked a few holes in the bottom of each of these. These are from last year. I think conventional wisdom says you should really wash these before you use them again. I'm not gonna do that, and I think it's gonna be fine. Your mileage may vary. If you're having trouble growing your seeds, maybe wash it next time. We don't want to pack it in, so we're just gonna fill it up about almost to the top, not all the way, quite all the way to the top. I'm not super picky about the type of broccoli that we grow. I actually got a pack of seeds from the feed store last year or the year before that I'm still working on. They were a really good value and they grew just fine. I know people have like they want the sprouting broccoli and there's just all kinds of broccoli. And so far to us, broccoli's been broccoli, so. Drop me a comment below and tell me what your favorite kind of broccoli is. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe there's something better out there. And maybe there is something that is easier to grow. Our biggest challenge when it comes to growing brassicas is cabbage worms and chickens. So hopefully we can figure out a way to escape both of those pests this year. Ideally without the use of pesticides. So let's just put it on top. Let's put it on top and then we'll sprinkle a little bit more dirt over it, okay? And that way we'd make sure it's not too deep. Okay, let me get you out some
That is broccoli.
It is broccoli. So this says broccoli green sprout. Green sprout. So green sprout broccoli.
That is cool.
That is cool. So do maybe 2 in each one. Because if we need to, then we can always go back and pot up. Okay, so let's put, we're gonna sprinkle just a little bit of dirt on top. Just a little bit of dirt. You know, some people, I saw a YouTube video not long ago and I don't even remember whose it was. But he just put, perlite right over the top of his little plants. Okay, so let's see, let's take one of these. And then we're gonna put our seeds in here like this. Let's set that on the ground. That's terrible. That's gonna fall, isn't it? Okay, you want to set those in there for me? That way we'll know that they're already planted. And then if you want to fill up some more cups of dirt, that would be good. So here's what we're planting today. Little tiny broccolis.
I did it in the row.
I like it.
2.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay, so let's put, these all have the name written on them. You want me to move the dirt over there for you? I'll put it back up here. There we go. Let me just fill those up like that. I just want to show the people my broccoli seeds. So this is what I'm using. This stuff, it came from the feed store. It's been good quality. None of these seeds have ever disappointed me yet, so I'm just gonna keep working on them. Broccoli usually sprouts pretty quickly. So the other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna start all of my broccoli today. I'll do probably a tray of broccoli and maybe half a tray of cabbage and half a tray of cauliflower. And then next week or the week after, I'll start another tray, and that way everything doesn't come off at once. Although with broccoli, it's pretty easy to preserve it. You blanch it, throw it in the freezer. But the cauliflower and the cabbage, we find that we prefer it fresh. So it would be better to have it come off a little bit at a time. And starting it in a couple of weeks will still give us plenty of cool weather. And I don't know about you guys, but I find that putting my hands in the dirt just makes me feel so good. There's something about it that just brightens my day. And when I start getting a little sad because it's so wintry outside and been so wintry for so long, I find that putting my hands in the dirt just makes me feel so much better. It's definitely good for your mental health. How you doing there? You good? All right, I'm gonna move this out of your way. Looks like your thing's full. Thank you. All right, here's 3. You can put 3 in there. Just spread them out real good. There we go. Okay, so you put it in that one. I'm gonna move it over here so I can put a little dirt on top of it, okay?
That one, that's how you fill it up with dirt.
It is, okay. All right, I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of dirt right on top of there. And I found that last year, my broccoli actually sprouted at about 50 degrees. We put it out in the sprout house and it was 50 or 60 degrees consistently out there.
More.
Huh?
We only have one more.
No, we got all these.
Oh.
And I got more down here. Do they all say broccoli? Yeah. All right, let's see. So pick another one. That one does say broccoli. All right, you want to put some more? Do some more?
Yeah.
Okay, turn your hand over. There you go. There's you some more seeds. So no, put it in the cup with the dirt.
Oh.
Alright, so remember, do about 3 for each cup, okay?
It's too late.
It's too late? That's okay. We have lots of seeds. There you go. Let's just put this cup down over here. We don't need it yet. You're gonna do this cup?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. Seeds. How many did I give you? 3? Perfect. Can you put 3 in there? Gonna help us plant?
Yeah.
All right, push your sleeves up a little bit. We're planting broccoli. So fill it up almost to the top. Not quite to the top,
What's that?
but like that. And then we're gonna do 3 seeds, and there's a few seeds already out right here.
Oh. That's free. How do I put them in?
Just spread them out inside the container.
Hey.
So do we know why we plant more than one? Because we could just plant 1 seed per pot, right?
Yeah.
Well, why do we want to plant more than 1?
Because then we get more broccoli.
Well, it's because not every seed is going to sprout. So if we only plant 1, and that's a seed that doesn't sprout, we've just wasted that pot of dirt, haven't we? But if we plant 3, then we're sure to get at least 1 sprout. There you go. You can plant all 5 of them. Which one did you plant it in? This one?
No.
Which one? This one? Okay. And you planted 3? Okay.
I was picking the dirt.
Oh, did you already put dirt on top?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Well, here, you want to put it in the pan then?
This one says beef steak.
Oh, we just need to work through that and write broccoli on it. Just like that, the 2025 garden season has begun. Y'all drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing right now in your gardens. We're in zone 7B, I think, maybe 8. I can't remember. I think they changed it last year, but I don't remember exactly what it is. As always, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching.